Something I just gotta laugh at is how the MAGA faithful out there will work any kind of mental gymnastics in order to defend their political savior, Donald Trump. Days before the inauguration, Trump releases a meme coin, making himself billions of dollars. Over his last term, he made hundreds of millions of dollars from foreign nations in direct violation of the emulance clause of the Constitution. And now we have the Pied Piper of transhumanism, Elon Musk, over there at Doge, trying to make government, quote unquote, more efficient. And how are we going to do that, Elon? How are we going to make government, how are we going to scale down the size of government in order to make us all more free, other than through AI automation?
What happens when something vastly smarter than the smartest person comes along in silicon form? It's very difficult to predict what will happen in that circumstance. It's called the singularity. It's a singularity like a black hole, because you don't know what happens after that. It's hard to predict.
Yes, the guy who once warned the world that AI might one day result in a tyranny which the world could never escape from is now set to roll out AI in order to streamline the workflow of our government. And in the process, of course, bypassing any kind of representative form of government which we once had under that old antiquated GD piece of paper, the Constitution, right? This as Elon Musk continues to popularize self-driving cars, brain chips, yeah, that's right. Today it's self-driving vehicles. Tomorrow it's automated human beings, I guess. We are Team Humanity, right? You will be assimilated. So these are your branded comic book childlike superheroes. And they are ushering in the exact same globalist tyranny, rebranded with Trump's seal of approval. And you guys are all falling for it. Because MAGA apparently just loves being played like a fiddle, don't they? You remain willfully ignorant and you will be governed by tyrants. Even if they sound good, even if they wield chainsaws.
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy.
Even if they hug and kiss the American flag, you'll still be ruled over by tyrants who see you as useful idiots to buy their merchandise, right? Spend thousands of dollars in that limited edition Trump gear. As you can kiss your country and all your freedoms goodbye by yet another Judas Iscariot, yet another Benedict Arnold, promised you the moon, and you were dumb enough to accept, to lay hold of another lie, because you've never woken up from that American dream. You're still under the illusion that you have a choice about who gets into office. In the highest office of the land, of the greatest superpower on the planet. You think your little choice matters on how your government is ran, when in the end, it's all one big reality TV show, isn't it? You might call in to vote for your latest American Idol. In reality, all your leaders have been pre-chosen. They've been handed a script, read out in front of them on a teleprompter, and they might toss you a bone now and then. The media might cover things from a different angle. It might make it look like deportations of illegals are on the rise, when in reality, under Trump's first month, 35% less illegals were deported than on Biden's average month when he was in office. But it sure looks like we're winning, doesn't it? Because all of a sudden, with the wonders of perception management, the media has convinced you that America's back. And you finally have a real president who represents your own interests in the highest office of the land, in the world's biggest superpower, and no other special interests have any control whatsoever over the man who sits in that position. Yes, it's the American dream, as George Carlin called it.
It's called the American dream because you have to be asleep to believe it.
Just a little dose of reality, wake-up call. You know, I get asked often about, why don't you present any solutions? My solution is to shake people out of their comfort bubbles, to snap people out of their illusions, and maybe, just maybe, the less stake people have in the political reality show, more and more people realize that there are no solutions that come out of Washington, only more problems. And the role of these parasites is to suck all of our attention, all of our energy out of the American people, and to centralize it to themselves until the American people find themselves helpless, completely codependent on their abusers, right? Basic Stockholm syndrome. We begin to love our abusers, having lived in this prison, this political prison for so long. There's a biblical principle that basically says we get the kind of political leadership which we deserve. So the more godless a people, the more tyrannical their rulers will be. And that's why we need to be more and more self-governed, or what I like to call God-governed. The more governed you are by God, the more you listen for that still small voice to tell you where to turn, to the left or to the right, or in the political sphere, you can say straight down that narrow path, not turning either way, left or right. The more we listen to that still small voice, the more we're governed by God, the less reason we'll have for petty tyrants to rule over us, right? The less need we'll have for any petty tyrants in political offices, and the less and less a role government should have over a godly people. Now, whether or not we'll ever arrive at such a utopia is highly doubtful, and I do believe, as a student of prophecy, that America will lead out as the lamb-like beast in enforcing the mark of false worship to what Elon affectionately calls New Rome, right? If we are to have a new Rome, who do you think is the successor of the Caesars? Who's the rightful heir to the Roman Empire, other than the Pontifex Maximus? Whether that's Pope Francis or a pope shortly to come. Prophecy would be fulfilled, as I see it. You can call that fatalistic if you want, but I have a higher hope in anything offered by this world. I have a hope in a coming kingdom. Our kingdom is not of this world. And our Savior and our God transcends this fallen world. And that is a higher hope and a greater peace than the world will ever know. So I'd like to encourage anybody out there, if you've never heard of such things, if you've never entertained such an idea, if you've never put your faith in God, the God of the Bible in particular, give it a try. That's as far as I'll go up on my pulpit today. I don't like to sound preachy, but I will tell you, I will wear my faith on my sleeve, and I will tell you what, ultimately, more than anything else in this world, what I believe and what motivates me. We have to have a higher hope, folks. We have to have a higher faith than what we see before us. Otherwise, life is pretty depressing, isn't it? So anyway, God bless everybody. Nightwatch N8. Thanks for listening. Till next time, signing out.